NKCS Art. Okay, in order to add color and texture to your chameleon drawing from last week, go ahead and open up your drawing from your gallery. And then at the top there is a dotted line that's in a square with an arrow. Choose that and choose the magic wand tool. And your tolerance, if you have it all the way to the right and you click on your picture, it's going to kind of mess up. So lower your tolerance just a little bit to only highlight the places that you want to be able to color in, and click inside there. Then pick a texture that you like with a color for your first section of your chameleon, and you're going to use that texture brush to just color in that area that you touched with the magic wand. That magic wand is going to allow it to be where you can paint in that area with your brush without getting outside into any of the other areas surrounding it. So once you have that line, that dotted line from that magic wand floating around on the sides, then that area that's highlighted will only be the area that's filled in when you paint. So you can go and choose different texture brushes and colors for each section of your chameleon, but keep going back up to that dotted tool at the top. Choose the magic wand. Go down and use the magic wand to highlight the section of the chameleon you want to color with that texture brush, and then use the texture brush to fill it in. Continue like that for all the sections of your chameleon. If you do mess up or if it's not working right, just do the back arrow and it'll let you start again. It'll get rid of the last thing you did. You can go back as many times as you need to the back arrow to restart where you last had your picture to where you liked it. So I'm just going in, picking different textures, picking different colors, using that magic wand tool so that I'm just coloring in that area. And I'm going to finish up his tail with a different texture and a different color. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my technical pen and my paint bucket tool, and I'm just going to use my paint bucket tool to color in my leaves and like my branch and things like that. I'm not going to add texture to those necessarily. Even his little feet, I'm going to make those just green. For his head, I think I want to use a texture for his head. I think I'm going to make his eyeball purple first. Oops, just use that back arrow. Zoom in a little bit so I can touch that eye. And then to put texture on his head, I'm going to use that magic wand tool again at the top. And another texture. I think I'm going to go with this one right there. And use the magic wand tool on his head, so that I can go back and color in his head with the texture brush that I chose. For some reason it likes you to tap on what brush you're using after you use the magic wand tool. I started learning that after a while. I need to go ahead and do my sun at the top. So I'm going to use my paint bucket tool to fill in the sun. There we go, my paint bucket tool. And then I think on the outside I'll just put like a red ring around the sun. And I noticed I forgot some of my branch over there, so I'm going to use my paint dropper tool to get that brown that I used and go back in and fill that other part of that branch in. And then I'm going to use my magic wand tool to highlight the background in the sky. And I'm going to just use a nice blue with my watercolor brush and just kind of paint in the sky with that blue in the background, and then maybe even kind of add a darker blue here at the bottom. And then if you notice, that magic wand didn't get those little white pieces right between the chameleon and the branch. So if I zoom in, I can use my magic wand tool to click in those small areas and fill them in with blue so that it doesn't look silly with just the white right there in the middle of the picture. I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom of the sky. When I get down there, I'm going to use the magic wand tool to highlight the section of the bottom of the sky and then fill that in with my watercolor brush as well. But I think I'm going to make it kind of a different colored sky, so maybe like some purples, like light purple and dark purple at the bottom. You can kind of just do your sky however you would like to. Once I get my sky complete, I'm going to go to the T tool and type my name. Put my name down at the bottom right hand corner and hit done. And then I'm going to go to the 3 lines at gallery, and I'm going to save my work. Don't forget to submit your chameleon to Canvas.